and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Glenn Cartwright, and I'm the Principal and Vice Chancellor of Renison University College. I'm very happy to welcome you all here today. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, as is customary at this time, for those who can, please rise and join me in welcoming the Lieutenant Governor of Ontario, the Honourable David C. Onley, accompanied by the Chancellor of Renison University College, the Right Reverend Ralph Spence, the President of the University of Waterloo, Dr. Renison University, and the Chair of the Renison Board of Governors, Dr. Keith Heipel. And would you please remain standing for the playing of the Vice-Regal Salute. Welcome everyone to the grand opening of Renison University College's East Side Extension. As you can imagine, this day is a very special event in the life of the college, and I'm very pleased that you've joined us today for this celebration. I would like to invite the Chair of Renison's Board of Governors, Dr. Keith Heipel, to come forward.
Your Honor, on behalf of the Renison Board of Governors and the whole of the Renison community, thank you for your kind remarks. Very highly appreciated. Your presence with us as a representative of Her Majesty the Queen to celebrate the continued growth and development of Renison University College makes this milestone all the more special. So again, thank you for being here with us, Your Honor. I'm also pleased to say we have Councillor Jeff Henry from the City of Waterloo. Jeff. And we have Ms. Tracy Schufel on behalf of Mr. Peter Braid for Kitchener-Waterloo, who unfortunately can't be with us as he is currently in Ottawa. Thank you for all of you for your presence here today.
Thank you, Keith. And now I invite the President of the University of Waterloo, Dr. Renison University, to come forward and bring greetings from the University of Waterloo.
Your Honor, Chancellor Spence, Principal Cartwright, Dr. Heipel, students, faculty, colleagues, and staff. Let me extend, on my own behalf and on behalf of the entire University of Waterloo community, our sincere congratulations on this milestone in the life of Renison University College. Your Honor, thank you for gracing us with your presence this afternoon. Your participation today is a renewal of that strong, special, and historic link between Renison University College and the Office of Lieutenant Governor. President of the University of Waterloo, let me say that continued growth of Renison University College is a point of pride for all of us. This University College, we just heard a little bit about its history, serves a tremendous purpose in our community. But it is also, it's a symbol of dynamic nature of this institution. That it is not standing still, it is growing tremendously. And its growth I consider to be our university's growth. Maybe a little bit selfish, but why not? And I also consider myself one of the 6 medal recipients, as we call ourselves a big happy family. So you counted 5 Renison members having received the medal. I received one of them too, so I consider myself as part of that family. And within that family, we have a very special relationship. Something that will resonate quite familiar with you. We This is the unity in diversity. Our university, our federated universities and affiliated college system, the University of Waterloo, we exist in this unity and in our own diverse ways. And to see the growth, tremendous growth of this university college, in a way that is very progressive, and our students are benefiting, not only our students, but our community, we are benefiting immensely, is again another point of immense pride for both for myself and for our entire community. In celebrating the East Side expansion today, we remember, of course, that we are celebrating more than just bricks and mortar. We're celebrating the bright future that this institution continues to build for itself and the community that it serves. In building that future, Renison continues to move from strength to strength. And like all of us here this afternoon, I delight in its every success. I speak to students. This is one of the most delightful activities of my day. I deal with a lot of things, but the part that I enjoy immensely is talking to the students. I stop them. Sometimes they have no idea who I am, why I'm stopping them to speak, but nevertheless I speak them. And I ask them how happy they are, whether they have any issues or concerns. And I can tell you, Principal Hartwell, that every Renison speaker I have spoken to, they express their delight about being here. This East Side expansion is also a very strong signal for the entire community, but especially for our students, that this college, University College, is moving forward. Again, I'm very pleased to see this dynamic relationship between our institutions. I look forward to seeing more events like this. I should also mention that my very first official event, as soon as I joined the University of Waterloo, was to attend Principal Cartwright's installation ceremony. So I look forward to more happy events like this. Your Honor, if I may say so, long live the Queen and the Renison University College.
We have another special presentation today. A wall sculpture has been created by Nicholas Rees, the son of Renison's first principal, Dr. Wynne Rees, and you will be able to view the sculpture just at the entrance to the new building. The sculpture was generously donated by Renison staff Deborah Clark. Nicholas and Deborah, could you please come forward?
Being the tree hugger that I am, I was trying to think of a creative way to honor the legacy of the trees that were on the original site of Renison. So I commissioned Nicholas Rees to create this stunning piece of work, which I hope you will view on your tour going down toward the East Wing. Not only does it honor the legacy of those original trees, and you'll see the layers in the dark. You can count them, and there are over 50 of them, as per the age of the college. But it also honors the legacy of Renison's history. And I'm so grateful to you, Nicholas, for your complete devotion to this labor of love over the past almost 1 year. Thank you, Nicholas.
I have to say, I think this is as much a gift to me as it is to the college from Deborah. Believe it or not, I was actually here for the first inauguration of the old building, the Luxon building, June 3rd, 1962, with the Lieutenant Governor and Mrs. Renison. I remember it very well. It was a day much like today, and even then you could sense the excitement and the sense of something being put in the ground and starting. And so being offered the opportunity to use the trees, which were probably placed around that time, in effect it sort of closes the circle for me and for our family. I brought my brother Crispin with me. I tried hard to include my father's presence some way, because not only was he passionately involved went to college, but he was a great lover of the arts in general. The best I could do was to wear a pair of gold cufflinks that my mother gave him as a wedding present in 1942, and I know he would have worn these on numerous occasions at the college. Your Honor, I would like to thank you personally for attending and continuing that tradition of having a Lieutenant Governor to open a building. I'd also like especially to thank Renison staff, Dr. Cartwright, Deborah, Jake Smoller, and Carolyn Tanswell. Originally, the sculpture was to be placed, not surprisingly, in the new building. However, Dr. Cartwright, in his inimitable way, wandered down the hall with me, stopped in front of the cornerstone, and said, well, why don't we put it here? And of course, I was thrilled. So it's been a wonderful experience, and it cements the relationship of our family and the college. Thank you all.
Deborah has a sun in her eye, so I hope she can see these. A token of our appreciation. Thank you so much for all you've done. I'd also like to acknowledge the generosity of the former director of the School of Social Work, Dr. Ellen Sue Mesber, and Mr. David Mesber. Ellen Sue and David have donated a painting to the new building, and you will also see that on display just by the entrance to the extension, and it looks absolutely fabulous. It just picks up the colors. You've got some spotlights on it, and it's fantastic. Thank you, Ellen Sue, and thank you, David. I'd like to invite Renison's Chancellor, the Right Reverend Ralph Spence, to come forward.
On behalf of the Board of Governors, the faculty, the staff, the students of Renison University College, I welcome you to this joyous event, Your Honor. We are especially honored today to have with us the Lieutenant Governor of Ontario, His Honor, the Honorable David C. Onley. Thank you so much for being here. It's an event we've looked forward to for some time. The ongoing relationship between Renison and the Canadian Crown, represented by the Office of Lieutenant Governor, stretches back to the university's college's very beginnings. The Honorable Keeler Mackay, Ontario's Lieutenant Governor from 1957 to 1963, laid the cornerstone of Renison University College's first building, the Founders Building, in 1962. Then two Lieutenant Governors, the Honorable John Aird and the Honorable Lincoln Alexander, were named Honorary Senior Fellows of Renison University College. Since 1962, Renison has grown considerably. We have added 3 new buildings to our campus, and we are now the home to 220 resident students at the University of Waterloo. And last year, we launched our very first master's degree program, the Master of Social Work, which along with the expansion of our campus represents Renison's continuing academic growth and commitment to academic excellence. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the Honorable David C. Onley, who was appointed Lieutenant Governor, Ontario's 28th. He's had a distinguished career as a broadcaster. His Honor has championed disability issues for many years, served as chair of the Government of Ontario's Accessibility Standards Advisory Council, and was on Accessibility Council member for the Rogers Centre and the Air Canada Centre. As the first Lieutenant Governor with a physical disability, His Honor has adopted accessibility as the overarching theme of his mandate. He has defined accessibility as that which enables people to achieve their full potential, and believes that this will occur when disabled people can fully participate in the social, cultural, and economic life of Ontario. because accessibility includes equal access to the opportunities like education. His honor is expanding the Aboriginal Youth Literacy Program to include computer literacy initiatives. His honor was born in Midland, Ontario, grew up in Scarborough, and was inducted into the Canadian Disability Hall of Fame and the Scarborough Walk of Fame. The Lieutenant Governor of Ontario is the Colonel of the Regiment of the Queen's York Rangers and also the Honorary Colonel of the 25th Field Ambulance. He is a recipient of the Rick Hansen Award of Excellence, the Courage to Come Back Award, and holds 10 honorary degrees. As a College of Faith, Renison, we are particularly honored to recognize our Lieutenant Governor as a man of faith, a person who reflects his faith in all that he does, and of course reflects the woman that he represents, our Queen, whose faith has encouraged her on her long journey as our Queen for over 60 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Honorable David C. Onley, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario.
Thank you very, very much, and what a privilege it is to join you today to celebrate the opening of Renison's new extension. When I met Dr. Cartwright a few months back, he kindly gave me a copy of the book, Bold and Courageous Dreams, and how appropriately named, because I know that Renison is both proud of its past and optimistic about its future, and with good reason. This milestone occasion presents a perfect opportunity to look back, take stock, and then, of course, move forward. When Renison was founded, the times, of course, were very different. The prosperous 50s had yet to give way to the swinging 60s, but thanks to the vision of the Anglican laity of Kitchener and Waterloo, and the Synod of the Diocese of Huron, Renison College came into being. What it needed was a home. And this is the site that was chosen. And so it gives me particular pleasure to be following, as was mentioned, in the footsteps of my predecessor, the Honorable Keeler Mackay, who helped lay the cornerstone for Renison's first building half a century ago. I'm not sure how many of you had the great privilege of knowing Keeler Mackay. I met him on one occasion, just 1 year prior to his passing. I was only 19 at the time. I had absolutely no idea in that one lunchtime conversation that I had with him that a number of years further down the road, I would be holding the position that we, at least in part, talked about. What a fine individual he was. Recently, the last of the living founders came back to Renison, the Venerable Harvey Southcott. Try to imagine the changes since those early days. Over the years, the college has welcomed more women. Its academic programs have evolved. Residences have gone co-ed. Enrollments have increased, and the ministry center has been developed to meet a range of spiritual needs. 4 buildings have been built to accommodate the growth, serving nearly 9,000 students a year. Today, the college is home to a multiracial and multi-faith student body, while remaining true to its Anglican roots. And now, of course, it is a university college, while retaining its long-time affiliation with the University of Waterloo. Located at the heart of that larger campus, Renison also retains its greater sense of belonging. This is a quality greatly to be valued, especially in today's increasingly impersonal world. Perhaps this is what we are really celebrating today. The new extension is a tangible expression of community. It offers not only classrooms, but offices for faculty and staff, and gathering rooms for residential and day students, so that it brings all of these people together under one roof. The need for the extension also signals the growing relevance and popularity of Renison's offerings, particularly its specialty programs in the humanities and social sciences. at a time of social turbulence, both at home and definitely abroad, the fields of social work, social development, and East Asian studies strike a chord with students who want to improve the world. Perhaps it was providential. The college was named for an outstanding Anglican leader, Archbishop Robert Renison, a former Metropolitan of Ontario, because in turn, this college has produced outstanding leaders in many fields. Consider that not one, but 5 Friends of Renison were honored this past year for their outstanding contributions as worthy recipients of the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal. So congratulations to Professor Danielle Andre, Gail Cuthbert-Brandt, Joan Euler, Shu Hing Man, and Peter Ringrose. If this is any indication of the caliber of those associated with this college, then the students are definitely in good hands. So I salute the vibrant community at Renison University College and encourage you in your bold and courageous dreams. And now, as Lieutenant Governor and as the personal representative of Her Majesty the Queen in Ontario, it is my great pleasure to officially declare the new extension open. May God bless the work you will carry out within its walls. Thank you.
When we were planning the unveiling of the building in summer, to know whether the weather would hold up, and so we decided to do everything in here. And so I'd like to invite His Honor now, the Lieutenant Governor David Onley and Chancellor Ralph Spence, to proceed to this table where we can unveil the plaque and date stone for the new building. There we go.
May this be a place in which we seek truth, nurture compassion, and inspire justice. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Gentlemen, when you are ready, on my count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Your Honor, I thank you again for coming. I have a small token of our appreciation. Thank you everyone for being a part of this event today. Please feel free to tour the new building, which is behind us here.